okay, how many more high school proms does she have? You might have, 2 more or such. But the concept is, for me, that she doesn't do this all the time. She doesn't openly disobey you all the time, at least not to my knowledge, because we haven't had there may be those little pushings of the envelope, but she hasn't really, you tell me if I'm wrong, but she hasn't really just outwardly said, well, that's it, I'm staying out.
No, but she could have called. She
could have called, and I'm not, she could have done it, yeah. The issue for me is that, I guess in my mind, just to put my perspective on it, it wasn't out of the ordinary. When the curfew was set, I wasn't there to set the curfew, and we didn't have a discussion about, hey, prom's coming up, what should be the standard? And I don't know, I guess, Kelly, I thought that we had without talking to you about it, I guess I thought we had a kind of a similar picture of something regarding this, that our standards would kind of be the same. Hey, I understand, blah, 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 blah. But we didn't. We don't. This should only come up again next year.
Right.
And we have 340
I guess I'm curious.
Days.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying this is an isolated event. Maybe even you're not sure why you're here to talk about it.
Pretty sure why I'm here.
Okay. Help me understand exactly what it is you would like to see happen differently in your relationship from coming in to see me for marriage counseling.
I'm committed to my relationship with my wife. And we didn't come at this situation the same way, and it's not, but the more that I'm kind of here because it didn't seem like we were getting anywhere. Not with that one incident, but there were some, the other things. Obviously, raising a daughter is one thing, but I pick up a certain sense of competition. I'm not around as often as I would like.
Okay.
When I am around, my daughter wants my attention because I am the constant in her life. And I want to give my daughter the attention. I also want to give Kelly the attention.
Okay. I even see you responding to him saying that. This obviously is something that's been brewing for a long time.
She is becoming more and more demanding toward that. And but it concerns me still because of also what the baby thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Tell me about that.
Go ahead.
I want a baby. I want us to have a baby together. I don't have any children. I'm not yet ready to say that Kristen is going to be my only child. And I know there's probably jealousy involved in that, and it's hard to admit those things, but, right now she's vying for attention.
But have you asked Kristen about that? It's not a secret that we want to have a child. Have you talked to Kristen, or you just kind of...
She seems to blow me off a lot on that, which concerns me.
Yeah, but is that in the nature of a teenager to blow her parents off?
Why don't you try talking to her then?
Well, then it becomes a situation where I'm talking to her about an issue between the two of you, and then it doesn't... How does it help?
How is a baby that we want to have together to bring it into the family with her just an issue between she and I?
Okay, let me just ask real quick. Is this how it kind of usually goes? Does this seem familiar? This kind of...
I'm trying not to make it familiar.
But this kind of interaction where you're engaged with each other, it seems to me neither one of you has given up on each other or on your marriage. It's not like you forget it. But you very quickly move from a discussion into an argument about Kristen and about the new baby. And it's a very sensitive issue.
Why is it a sensitive issue? I know we're here.
Which thing?
I think it's the baby. I want us to have a family that's more than one daughter who frankly, it's not easy for me. She's doing the teenage thing to me too, but
I'd like to hear more about that, more about some of the conflict that you sometimes have with Kristen.
Well, the difficulty of basically, she doesn't have a set of, and I hesitate to overuse the word standards, but she doesn't have a set of standards from her mother's side. And frankly, when her mother and I were in college, and we had the baby when We had Kristen when we were in college, and
Okay.
and that ended pretty much with graduation. Graduation was just another word for divorce for us. She went her way, I went my way. She started out with Kristen, and after a few years, it was obvious that wasn't going to work out. Kristen came to live with me, and I saw myself very much so as the person who sets the way that it's going to be. But I didn't lord it over or anything. It was just a matter of raising my daughter. But of course, she needs a mom figure, And for a lot of years, the mom figure has been Kelly, and it's been wonderful. I mean, I'm very, very happy that the relationship at least was the way it is, and I hope you know.
It's been good for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of it is just the teenage years. But it's also, all right, I'm now 40. I'm a little older than him. He's already got his baby, and I know that he doesn't say that he's got his baby. We are in it together. I know you don't. I know you don't feel that way, and I'm saying that you don't feel that way. It's just adding another thing of frustration to me. Just another level of frustration. She's going through the teen years, and I'm sure you see a lot of couples that are, dealing with their kids in the teen years and how to deal with that. So that's where we are right now, but also trying to bring a new little infant into it, and that's frustrating because I haven't gotten pregnant yet, and that makes me sad and so on, and I try to keep up the front, but it's just getting tiring.
Yeah, and that's what it feels like. Actually, I just want to kind of make sure to check in with you. It feels like you're kind of keeping up a front even here, and I wonder how deep that sense of fear and maybe even panic is about having a child and what that's going to be.
Of course.